What up, guys? Welcome back. So today we're checking out another microphone. This one is from COMICA. Their brand new mic, the STA-U2D. Yes, it's a lot to say, but it is what it is. Their brand new microphone. This does come in two different variations, one with a boom arm like you see here, and one with a desktop mic stand. And we're going to check it out. We'll do some samples and compare it to some other microphones. The audio you are hearing right now is from the SM7B. This will kind of cleanse your palate, cleanse your ears, and once we turn this on, I will let you know, and then we will compare this to this and some other microphones like we always do here on the channel. If you're new, hit that like, drop a sub, but let's check out COMICA's brand new microphone, the STA. From now on, I'm just going to call it their new mic because I'm not going to keep saying that, but the STA-U2D RGB, so we got some RGB lights on here. Cardioid Condenser USB microphone. So not XLR, just a USB mic. It will work with your phone. It will work with your tablet or your computer like you see here. Studio quality audio on this guy right here. And on the back, it's going to tell us a little bit more about this 16 millimeter cardioid condenser mic for studio quality, 48 kilohertz to 24-bit recording, intelligent denoise, which will help take out some of that outside noise. USB-C digital output port, widely compatible with computers and phones and tablets. Dynamic radiant RGB lights with 6 unique RGB effects. Built-in sound card. So we do have some sound presets, 3 different sound presets on here. It does support stepless gain, and you can monitor your volume, of course. Real-time monitoring and a one-touch button for muting. You get the adjustable boom arm. Again, there is another version of this with a desk or a mic stand for your desk instead of the boom arm. Loading up to 3 kilograms for stable usage. A professional shock mount and metal pop filter are included to help with the plosives and make it sound just a bit better. Full metal build on here, stable and durable. And let's just get into it and check it out. Apparently 2 different versions, black and white. But let's open this guy up and check out COMICA's brand new mic. Now, again, this does drop today, so you guys know how much I love audio. I am here for it. We do have the user's guide. This will be our microphone, and we'll see the build quality on here. Good weight to it, and it is a metal build. It does feel solid on here. I do like that. That's your headphone input there, so you can do your real-time monitoring. This is your RGB light button. On here, on this side, we do have the gain button, the mute switch, and some controls here to control the volume of your headphones and the volume, your gain for your microphone. A nice looking microphone. See what else we got in here. This is going to be our pop filter / branding from COMICA on both the top and the bottom. This is also metal or aluminum, whatever it is. It does feel pretty sturdy. We'll take this out. And you can see we're going to get a boom arm. Now, I'm not expecting this boom arm to be anything impressive, although first feel to this thing's got some weight to it. So pretty heavy on here. And we'll take out the arms. Hopefully this thing is pretty good. It's good packing, I will say that. I do like the packing on here. And there we go. We do have a little caution sign on here. Let's rip that off. And of course, as soon as I'm done unpacking this, we'll get it set up and you guys can take a look. A little COMICA. This is to some cable management here for your USB cable, our shock mount, of course. And that's probably everything in the box. So we'll put this aside. Let's get it hooked up. All right, so the new microphone from COMICA, this is what it will sound like once it's plugged in. This is running USB-C right into my computer, USB-C to USB-A plugged into the iMac. No post-processing done. This is what the audio sounds like out of the box without doing anything to it. Let me know, drop some comments below, but I think it sounds really good. And you can see some of you guys might like this look, others might not. I don't mind it. I prefer the other style microphone where it's, it kind of looks like this. Doesn't have to really be the SM7B, but it's just faced a different way instead of standing straight up. But that is really preference and has nothing to do with the sound quality. Now, some of the cool things on this microphone. For one, the included boom arm on here. It's a lot stronger and sturdier than I thought it would be just, coming out of the box. A lot of times when you get an included boom arm, it's kind of pretty cheesy and pretty cheap. This is not the case for this boom arm. The bass on here is big and sturdy and heavy. It is not going to move. This will pretty much go in any position you want it to move in, and it will stay there. It is pretty strong as far as tension goes on here. It's not going to snap back when you take this microphone off. It is pretty strong and sturdy, so I am happy about that. Now the microphone itself, again, this is the sound quality you are getting out of the box. And of course, real-time monitoring on the back. I'm listening with some IEMs, and you do have on the front here, you do have some controls to help with the volume. If you want to turn the volume up in your headphones, you can do that. Also on the back, we do have this RGB button, so you can turn it off like you see here. It is very subtle, and I do like that. For those of us that are not, I'm saying very subtle, and I like that, but I do have RGB lights pretty much everywhere around here, and some of them you can't even see. But you can see it's changing colors right now, going in and out. Again, very subtle. I like how thin this ring is around here. It does look good. And you get 3 different options on here, so you can change it and adjust it and get that subtle RGB light that you want. The included pop filter on here, I think it does a pretty good job with plosives, but we'll try it. Peter Piper picked a pepper. I think it does a really good job with the plosives, and this is metal and metal, so it's a very well built microphone on here. Now, of course, you do have the gain control on the front, so we can turn the gain up, and I'm getting louder, 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 but you're going to hear more noise. And I can just find that sweet spot, dial it back to where I think it sounds good in my headphones, and just roll from there. Now, we do have a button on the front here. This gives us those presets that we talked about earlier in the video. Now the presets on here, again, 3 different presets. So you have a podcast, a streaming, and a singing sound preset. So if you just tap on it once, this is the podcast mode. So the indicator, it shows a blue light, and this is your podcast mode. Now to tap it again, it's not like a button to push. You just have to tap it. And now we are green, so this is your streaming mode. So you might like this better if you are live streaming. And then if we tap it again, it's going to give you a singing mode, and you can hear the echo on here. And if you tap it again, you can just shut that completely off. So I do like the fact that we have some cool presets directly on the microphone. You don't really see that too much. I do like that. Now the port for the USB is directly on the bottom of the microphone, and you can see it's running straight up the boom arm. And of course, they give you the ties to kind of give you some cable management here for this microphone. Now, one last button on the front, you have a dedicated mute button. So if I just tap on this button again, and it does turn red when you do tap it. Now, the one thing on here I wish was a little different. The buttons on here, they're not really physical buttons. You kind of have to tap it a few times, at least in my case anyway. I have to tap it a few times to get it to work. It's just like a plastic cover over a button. There's no real travel to the button. It's just, you hit it strong enough and it will work and the light will change. And that's how you know that something happened. It doesn't really press in at all. So I wish that was a little different. But other than that, I think there's a lot of good options on this microphone. The RGB lights, the real-time audio monitoring on here, USB-A to USB-C for this microphone. You get the gain, you get the mute switch, you get the 3 sound presets on here, and you get the button on the back for the RGB lights. But let's compare it to another microphone. And this isn't really a fair comparison, but this is the SM7B, and this is COMICA's new mic. So one of the best microphones right here ever made with the SM7B, but this COMICA mic sounds very, very good in my opinion. Let me know what you guys think of the difference, of the sound difference. Of course, the main thing with this mic and what I love about the SM7B is the outside noise that this thing cancels out is on a different level. And that's what I'm looking for when I check out some of these other microphones, just something that limits the level of outside noise. But I think this does a pretty good job because I have the doors open, I have dogs in the house, I have minors running, and I really don't hear anything in my ears. And this does have that built-in noise cancellation on it. So it does help with that, the built-in denoise on here. But overall, I think it sounds pretty good. Let me know what you think. We will do one more comparison with a microphone. Now, again, this is the COMICA, the new microphone that I think sounds really, really good, but USB mic. And this is the pod mic. Let me know, again, Price on this guy is $100. Now, there is a pod mic coming out, which I would like to do a comparison against this microphone because I really like the sound of COMICA's new mic. But Rode just dropped a USB and XLR pod mic. It's a little more expensive than this guy, but this has been just a great mic that I've had for a while. But this, I think, I kind of prefer the sound of this, to be honest with you, but let me know what you think between the pod mic and between this microphone right here. Overall, I think they did a great job. I will drop all the links below, guys, so you can check it out. But overall, a lot to offer on this mic. It drops today, so link is below. Hit that like, drop a sub. I'll be back soon. Peace.